Let's go turn in that scroll. Okay, I believe it was at the... Yeah, there we go.
Welcome.
I found the scroll. Ah, let me see it. She rubs her hands together. They sound like two sheets of dried parchment. She takes the scroll and turns it in her hands. Yes, indeed. Her fingers trace the paper with surprising gentleness. You've done well. She presents you with a folded section of fabric. Vale is both a keeper and discoverer of secrets. May this hood aid you in revealing what is obscured and keep you hidden from those who wish you harm. You find a key in your palm. You're also free to visit the Elder Archives and take whatever books or scrolls you find in the open. Spreading and circulating new mysteries is part of our service. What else do you need? Nothing. Sweet. Ranked up as well. Passive. Okay. It's not terrible. Bloodthirst. It's not bad. It's also pretty good. We'll go thick-skinned.
What is it?
You are now 23. Yeah.
What is it?
Let's go take a look at the archives. Let's turn that down just a little bit. Animancy in the modern age. Let's see. Okay. I don't see any reason to steal from these people. Alright, probably should level everybody up. Yep. Higher lore. He's got level 4 spells. Let's see. What else we got? Wall of Flame, Pull of Elora. What are these spells? Each time it pulses. Okay. Okay. Flame Shield, Central Phantom, Iron Skin, Concussive Missiles. So it's like a fireball missile? Interesting. Minor Spell Reflection. That could be really good, actually. It's not terrible. I also like this Pull of Elora for other reasons, but I think the Writhing Tentacles does more damage. Alright. Vigorous Defense. What else you got? Unbending. That's pretty darn good. Okay, we'll look at that one for sure. Overbearing Guard. Fearless. Not bad either. Into the Fray. Discipline Barrage. Confident Aim. Honestly, that's really good. Unbending's just really good. Being able to just take half of the damage as heals is quite good, especially when he's just going to be tanking. Access to more stuff. Nice. Searing Seal. Triumph of the Crusaders. Okay, good heals. Alright, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, sure. Anti-fear stuff
Following your lead.
could be useful. Let's see here.
As you say. Well?
All right. We do need to head back to Cadnua. I guess we'll do that. Oh, bye. It's a quest item, huh?
Greetings.
Excellent. Alright, let's go back to Cadnua. Also have a bunch of other stuff we can go do too. Alright.
Better indeed.
Excellent. Alright, South curtain wall is done. Let's build the west curtain wall. Then we'll build towers. That should make sure that we're, for the most part, safe. There's also that underground stuff too. Greetings, Lord. I bear an urgent message from Chancellor Warren of Defiance Bay. He requests a medium at your early convenience at the Ducal Palace. Your claim of Cadenua has been called into question by the Gathman family. Has issued a ruling on the matter, but both you and Gadwin must be present. Who's this idiot? An Andiran lineage, I believe. The former lord of the stronghold, a distant relative of Worth Gathman, allied himself with the losing side during the War of Defiance. I see. The Gathman family disagrees. As your claim is not based on lineage, an official ruling is required to remedy the dispute. Chancellor will await you in the records room.
My lord, you've received a letter, delivered with some urgency as it happens. I thought the messenger might swoon, poor dear. It's from Stalwart. Apparently the mayor, Renengild, has heard of your success here at Cadenua and hopes you can be of aid to her people as well.
It's a long way for a letter.
People like you come few and far between. And in this case, I believe Renengild is correct in suggesting that your experiences here may give you an edge. It seems she's intent on gaining access to Durgan's battery. And she's offering quite the reward to anyone who can get inside.
A reward, she says, for getting into the battery. That's a reward of its own, surely.
As in a source of Durgan steel?
Ah, the very same. All manner of people have been trying to infiltrate the keep for years. Our own Earl was much taken with the story of the battery's fall. There are many legends concerning the battery. As the Earl told it, the dwarves fought amongst themselves, each seeking to use the battery to further his or her own ambitions. Greed and cruelty brought down the battery, and now the spirits of those same dwarves roam the halls. Whatever happened, the battery has been impenetrable ever since. A shame. I don't doubt that there are great treasures still within those halls.
Oh, just think! The greatest of the dwarven strongholds, ours to explore!
I should mention that among those rumored to have answered Renengild's summons is a certain group I believe you may have an interest in. Followers of Woodica, intent on reaching Stalwart and the battery. I do not know what they seek there, but I thought it worth mentioning, given your interest in the ruins at Defiance Bay. Now that I've delivered Renengild's message, there is also a local matter of some concern, my lord. A mercenary band has been sighted to the northeast. I believe they mean to take Consul Hot's tower, and I don't expect the Archmage will go quietly.
Consul Hot's one of the greatest wizards of our generation.
The Torn Bannermen are a deadly fighting force, and Consul Hot himself has sent many travelers to their graves. I would caution you to stay clear of the region if you do travel to the White March. It is not that I doubt your courage, my lord, but Consul Hot alone boasts power of a different scale altogether to those foes you have faced thus far. Given more time, perhaps, you will match him. If the Bannermen succeed in their efforts, I fear they may turn their attention to Cadenua. I will keep you apprised of the situation, my lord.
Oh, hey, she ranked up. sense. Takedown. Swift aim. She can't really afford to take too many, like, penalties, but we'll see what we can do. Let's see. Drove that. See, we are level 7. Let's see here. Okay. Not for a while. Let's see. Okay. Let's go take care of this, I guess, back in Defiance Bay.
Looks a little healthier than before.
You must gather your party before venturing forth. Speak with Chancellor Warren. Okay. Let's see. The Hall of Records. Wait, I think that's him up here, I think. Yeah, there he is. Thank you for coming, Gustavus. I've been trying to track you down for some time. This is Marshal Forwin, Heir Bademar's military advisor. He will serve as a witness of this proceeding. He gestures at the man next to him. Well met, Road Warden. Your reputation precedes you. I admit you've created a bit of a stir through the nobility with your reclamation of Caed Nua. Most are still not sure what to think of you. Get to the point. The legitimacy of your claim on Caed Nua is in question. Earl Bademar has issued a ruling on the matter. I see. I'll be clear once Lord Gathman arrives. Do you have any questions for me? Boy. What was this about Road Warren? The one who rules Caed Nua on behalf of the Earl of Yenwood is traditionally known as the Road Warren. Your position might not be entirely official, yet the title is an appropriate form of address. In fact, the blade you carry was forged by the very first road. What blade? I'm using... What? I've heard that the Whisper of Yenwood is... Well, that's on Eder, not me. I've heard that the Whispers of Yenwood is only ever found by those meant to rule Caed Nua. Well, you heard him, Eder. You're meant to rule. No, don't have any questions. Politics. An opulently dressed man strides towards the Chancellor, his sandy hair trailing him like a banner caught in the light breeze, boot heels echoing throughout the hall. An elven woman with cropped hair, dressed in dark, glinting mail, shadows his steps before taking position beside him. She watches you unabashedly, taking your measure. Let's move past this formality as quickly as possible. I've only matters to attend to, and it's none that Kingdom belongs to me by right. And where is this... Oh my... Who murdered the Raedricks, my sister and husband, and now steals my land? Where is this low-born wretch? Warren clears his throat and glances at you. Everyone who owns their own keep, raise a hand. Go on, don't be shy. I hope you've enjoyed your time squatting on my land. Provoke me further and I'll hang you from the highest wall of Caed Nua when our business is finished. Warren breaks the seal and unfurls it. Regarding the matter of Gethman's claim, Earl Baedmar finds that Gethman's clan was never relinquished by law. Caed Nua's right. No, it's not. I knew it. I'm not finished reading. However, the Earl recognizes Gustavus' part in reclaiming Caed Nua, a site that has stood abandoned and even more would say cursed for over a century. Before Caed Nua's return to the Gathman family, the Earl has decreed that Lord Gathman will provide compensation in the form of... Absolutely not, my lord. The amount is quite reasonable, and a requirement for your land to be returned to you, if you'll just allow me to finish. I'll not pay a single copper to this miscreant for any ancestral land. Do you think I'm blind to the Earl's motives, lackey? He thinks he can send a message with this insult? I have a message you can send him. He raises a hand as the Chancellor shrinks from him and raises his arms in defense. Punch him. Gathman's nose crunches under your fist, and he staggers back with a hand clutched over his injury, teary eyes wide with shock. Well, this is by far the best legal dispute I've ever been a part of. Trying to strike that dude, you fucking wimp. The elven woman deftly draws a pistol from her thick belt, her eyes wide in anticipation. My lords, please, there's no need for violence. Lord Gathman holds your gaze for several heartbeats, his eyes burning with hatred. I'll be coming for what's mine. Count on it. Come, Captain Emery. We're leaving. He sneers defiantly before storming down the hall. The captain lowers her pistol and gives a smirking shrug before following her employer. Okay. Well, I can't say that Gathman's reaction was entirely unexpected. Though no fault of your own, I'm afraid you've made a powerful enemy. Meh. I've dealt with worse. In any case, Caed Nua now officially belongs to you since Lord Gathman has rejected the Earl's decree. He hands you a deep blue scepter, which looks to have been carved entirely out of sapphire. Here, this belongs to the one of the old lords of Caed Nua, by now rightfully yours. Yeah. Have this sent to Lord Gathman as a token of friendship. No, I'm not gonna send him money, but like... If I find any of his people in my land, they'll be executed. I'm done here. It was a pleasure to finally meet you. Perhaps we'll speak again under more pleasant circumstances. Farewell. Oh no. Some half-baked lord is threatening me. Let's see. All right. Let's take a look around here. We have to go to Dryford Village. Herman of Hadred's house. We could go do that now, I guess. It is for level 7 to 8.
to start it. Let's see, where else we got here? We could also go to the Drywood Village. Actually, let's try fighting those druids again. Let's see how our levels stack up now. We've done some leveling. Let's see how good those druids are now.
Slow and silent.
Aye?
Okay. Yeah. You know what? I have a death claw.
What?
And we'll do this.
Aye?
Okay. And then we're also going to ish range. Okay. You finished casting, good. Let's see here. Do I need to tell him again to cast the spell? What is this?
Well?
Okay.
Well?
Alright, my druid friends. Can I please get the spell off now? Okay, he did. Alright, good.
Hey.
Let's see. This.
Following your lead.
Ready, Watcher.
Hey. How may I help?
Okay. Why are these druids so annoying? Like, good grief. Oh, for the love of... How are these druids this annoying?
Indeed.
A second here. Dang. All right.
Well?
Let's see here.
Well?
Well, can beat them, but that was still awfully close. Okay. Chewing on a piece of uncooked meat, a small Orlin dressed in tattered leathers offered a mumbled greeting and waves his hand. Despite his pleasant smile, the upper right portion of his face is in a sorry state. An eye patch stitched over a stylized eyeball wrapped around his head, and his ear is a mangled remnant that twitches in spasms while the other perks up at your approach. Next to him is the displayed carcass of a deer that appears ripped open by a bear or a wolf. You hear a gurgling rumble next to you as Sagani places her hand on her stomach, her eyes on the carcass, still fresh. Oh boy.
If this is your deer, you need a new game warden. Name's Haravius. Hungry? I can't eat all this. First catch of the day, help yourself.
Yeah, I'll have a small bite. Might want to cook it
And
first.
ruin the original texture? That's the best part! Just see for yourself. Eat up!
Whatever.
Gods no! Don't eat it! I assumed you realized I was being a churlish ponce. I applaud your bravery, but unless you've a cast iron stomach, I don't recommend eating the feces tube.
We'll
One
kill the deer.
ornery Stelgar. Though looking at the deer's insides, it had a malformed but delicious heart, and would have been dead within the year regardless. Gallowayne chose a fitting end for this fine animal. Pardon me, I shouldn't pray with my mouth full.
What
Other
brings you
than
here?
the delicious venison, new trees to document, new animals to sketch, new sights to be seen. I've learned as much as I can from the druids of my circle. I'd rather wander and learn than take root and stagnate. So if you're traveling to Deerwood and need another set of hands, I'd welcome the safety of a group. I'm trained by the celebrants of Hawk and Ivy of the Fisher Crane tribe. I know more than my share of nature magic, and, well, I don't shy away from a good fight. I have business with the druids that live near Twin Elms. So long as we find ourselves there eventually, I'm happy to follow along. Splendid! It'll be an honor to run with a pack for a change.
Who is this guy? He can go chill in base for a bit. He can defend, he can defend our hold.
Rave al filathili.
These things just keep pumping the poison. I see. Okay.
Get him, bastard! Through that one!
Back to the wheel with that one.
As you wish. As you wish.
The bright sun casts its light on a pattern in the ground. You kneel to look at it better. The stones here has been carved with a few simple shapes. A small circular indentation marks the center, and a much larger circle surround it. You see what appears to be writing above the circles. The indentation is shallow and smooth. It looks like it was intended to hold something specific. Several shapes have been carved along the outer ring, though most have been worn away. You can make out a crescent above the center. The curving, twisting runes are strangely familiar to you. You read them as ancient and Gwethan. All things end, only to continue anew. Enter now at dusk, that we may all experience a new dawn. Okay. Okay. The starlight illuminates a pattern in the ground, and you kneel to get a better look. The stone here has been carved with a few simple shapes, yada yada yada. Let's see.
What is it?
Well, apparently I don't have whatever it is that I need for that. Alright. Let's see here. We also have Direford Village. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see here. Alright, so I need to have him with me for that. Let's get a Pearlwood Bluff.
Do these look like the cliffs from your vision?
Brave thou Philophili.
No! So much.
Hi?
Alright.
Following your lead.
Ready, Watcher.
Hi? How may I help?
Great.
Ready, Watcher.
Following your lead.
Well?
That High Priest needs to die. Okay. Actually, it's... do that.
I'm here.
Following your lead.
Hey.
Good shot.
What?
Okay.
Hey,
I don't think he can actually prone that thing.
Following your lead.
Okay. Just keep the buffs coming.
I?
What is it?
I'm here.
Okay.
Careful, there's metal.
And another. And another.
No prisoner!
That was a lot of enemies. That was a lot of enemies.
Of course.
Brave thou filas leave.
I have no prison.
That's not very helpful.
Can't get a good shot.
Brave thou filas leave.
Oh, here we go. As you reach the edge of the bluff, you recognize the exact location from your vision of Perosk. He was here not long ago. Sagandi stands alert, the Adra statuette in one hand while she scans the cliff. You close your eyes, feeling the ether of some trace of Perosk's presence. The darkness behind your eyelids takes shape. You feel Perosk running through the forest this time, hurtling and dashing around rocks and trees. The scenery whizzes by too fast. You can't make out details between the blurred greenery. Something looms out over the trees ahead of you. Perosk finally stops in front of an Ardra arch. Do you recognize a natural arch made of Ardra? They got something like that in Irglathan, across the water from Twin Elms.
Then I'll follow. In these visions, I don't suppose you're getting a sense for who Persoc is now.
No.
At least we're getting closer. Seems like we've made more progress together than I've made in a year.
What was he like?
That depends on who you ask. I talked to everyone in Masuk before I left. I heard he was a strong leader, a dependable builder, a caring grandfather, a wise elder, a generous neighbor, a cunning negotiator.
Might as well be one of those impossibly perfect heroes from the Deer epics. He's probably all those things at different times.
The odd thing is, many in Masuk weren't much older than me when Persoc passed. And yet everyone wanted to make sure he heard about something in particular. Our trade with the Amawa, our successful hunts, peace with neighboring villages.
He's apparently important to your people.
It just seems odd that so few of us remember him beyond the things he did for the village. Most of his family members, the ones who knew him, are in their twilight years now. And Persoc was too busy to spend much time with his younger relatives.
I see.
Anyway, what about this Theos character you're searching for? Seems like he was someone important to you. What do you remember about him?
He was someone I trusted.
Not a lot to go on, huh? Hopefully you can pick up a few more clues about him while we're running around.
Enough chatter. Alright, let's go. Let's see. Let's see. Alright.
Brave thou Philothili. I have them.
Alright. Wait, hold on. Okay. I think I see. Alright. Is that a drake? Ah, fuck me.
Brave.
2 drakes. Okay. Well, definitely rage. Where's that at? Thrust of
Lava.
that should delay them.
Lava will be on.
Let's see.
Following your lead.
What is it? What?
Did I use your ability or not? Oh my god. I hate drakes. Really do hate drakes.
Brave thou Philothili.
Hey. What?
Oh,
Okay.
Anna. We're down one.
Okay.
Can't get a good shot with this. Ready, Watcher.
Can this drake die, please? Okay.
Brave thou Philothili.
Is this thing finally gonna die? Like, good grief.
Mow it.
Big fella's down!
Rally, let's leave some reminders.
What? The fucking Drake's still alive? What?
Looks like Durance's flame just went out. Can't get a good shot with this.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yes?
You have got to be kidding me.
Following your lead.
Can't get a good shot with this.
Think I won't just fucking run around here and...
Brave thou Philod Philly.
Uh-huh.
Ready, Watcher. Got it.
Roak 10. We're down one.
They're closing in on us.
I swear Drake's are some of the worst enemies in this.
Of course.
Good grief. Even with high amounts of damage reduction, like, that's just crazy.
Yes?
Following your lead.
Hey. Yes?
What is it?
Messenger from Defiance Bay. Let's see. Alright. Let's go back to Kid Noah.
Better indeed.
Okay, West Curtain Wall finished. Let's make the Bailey, and then we'll make the towers. Warren urgently requests that you meet him in the Charred Barrel in Brackenberry. This is about Katnua again. My apologies, I'm merely a messenger. Alright. Master bows swiftly. As he exits the chamber, he gives an audible sigh of relief before the door slams shut behind him. Sounds like a trap.
Better indeed.
Oh, there's the Chancellor. What brings you? You sent a missive? No, I didn't. Yeah, exactly. Cinch sets down his mug of ale and looks quizzically. As far as I know, nothing has changed regarding your rightful possession. Realized that the charred barrel has gone quiet and turned to see the last of the patrons quickly disappearing through the front door. A moment later, a group of armed... Okay. Oh dear. The woman leading the group lowers her cowl. Yeah, it's that... yeah. Now that the sheep have been herded from their pen, you and I can conduct business. Yeah, I remember you. And you. Alright, what do you want? Oh, I think you know. Lord Gathman's ordered your death. I admire your exploits, even if only half of them are true. Sadly, you should work for me. The man is swine, albeit noble, wealthy swine. Were I to do it again, I doubt I'd have taken in with him. But what's done is done, and Lord Gathman is as ruthless as he is arrogant. They go to great lengths to avenge a betrayal. Better life, serving an honorable lord. I've heard such stories about you. They can't all be true, can they? Tales of your charity, kindness. I can also see strength. Was that enough to best Lord Gathman? That gamble is too rich for my blood. Still, I think I can tell Gathman that you didn't take the bait and never showed up. No need for anyone to die, eh? Know this. The day will come when you must face Gathman. I've lived this long by knowing which side to be on. Prove yourself on the battlefield and who knows. Well, that was unexpected. It does make a strange report I've received from the grasp. Ever more sense and context, however. Go on. Earl Bademare decided to keep an eye on Lord Gathman's activities. Gathman's been hiring a lot of men recently, but for what purpose we can't say. I advise you to take extra precautions at Cadnua. He may be attempting to place spies or saboteurs within your walls. Be wary. I don't think you've seen the last of him. Yeah. Okay. I mean, probably not, but, you know. What's that nerd gonna do? Back to Cadnua.
Better indeed.
Speak to the mob. What is this shit? What is this? I wouldn't pay, so they set my crops on fire. While my boy tried to stop him, they knocked him over the head. He's alive, but he can't think straight no more. Your boy's lucky. My guards, good men both, got put to the sword after they'd surrendered. I'd paid those thugs what they wanted, but they still took everything. There he is. What's going on? We want justice. You've been terrorizing us when we won't stand. What? You sent your men to my farm to collect a crop tax, saying we was overdue. For me, it was a road toll. I've been traveling up and down this way for years. This is the first I've heard of it. What makes you think I sent these men? They said they were acting on orders from the Lord of Cadnua, and that's you. These weren't my men. Then who were they? They weren't no common bandits. If this happens again, it is not on my orders. You heard it from me directly. Say we believe you. What about what we've lost? What about our crops? Share this amongst yourselves. Most generous. Ah, angry mobs. The inevitable thorn in every ruler's side, eh, Gustavus? They're good people. Can't blame them for acting that way. Subjects are fortunate to have a leader that understands the compassion side of nobility, but for now, they will have to wait. I have news about Lord Gathman. Let's discuss in the Great Hall. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Need a second of your time. What do you want, dude? I mean, I was hoping to talk to you. I'm gonna spot up trouble. Very well. You call your allies together in motion. Thing is, I've worked up a few debts in Deerford and a few other places, more than a few. I haven't got the coin. I'd pay it off if I could. I was thinking maybe you'd know someone looking to hire on or something. I'm willing to work. I know a way you can pay off your debt. Never did learn much of a trade. What'd you have in mind? Talk to Belisenge and Brackenberry Santarum. You can help her with the research. Like in tests, you mean? Suppose that ought to pay well, at least, right? Lord Gustavus, I've received word that Gathman is amassing an army of mercenaries near Yenwood Field. It appears a peaceful claim to Cadenua is no longer possible. The Earl sent me to aid you in forming your own force to counter this threat. I'm here in advisor role only, of course, and the Earl won't officially take sides in the dispute. Alright, let's talk about my army then. Where am I getting my troops? I sent out a call for volunteers from the lands around Cadenua. Hopefully people will realize being under your rule is preferable to that of Gathman's. Any hirelings stationed in Cadenua will also accompany you to battle, so I suggest you acquire as many of them as possible. What's the status? 2 green and 2 few. If you go up against Gathman now, losses will be heavy. However, victory is still possible. What special allies do I have? Crucible, okay. We need to recruit some troops. Let's say 10 column. I don't have that much at the moment. Is there anything else? How much time do I have? Enough. It's rumored Gathman will suffer a series of unfortunate, completely unforeseeable setbacks before his army is complete. Still, I wouldn't tarry long. Why not let him come to me? He isn't fool enough to risk taking down Cadenua just to kill you. If you shield yourself behind these walls, he'll have free rein to torment your subjects in the countryside. Well, of course. See. I see. Travel to White March, or wait. We could also just travel to Deerford Village, I guess. How close are you ranking up? Only about halfway. Okay.
What is it?
Alright, let's,
As you wish. Better indeed.
finish in 5 hours. Maybe let's just rest here, actually. That'll finish the upgrade, and then we can pick another one. Siani saunters over to you, stretching her legs. She holds a paunch of deer jerky in one hand as she offers it as she takes the seat across from you. Long day. She bends one arm behind her head, reaching until you hear a pop. Just wanted to see how you're holding up. You seem to have a lot of long nights. Well, they haven't assassinated me yet, so I guess I can't complain. A bright side to everything, isn't there? It's been a while since I had hunting party, but we're in this together now, and even if we're hunting for different things, we're still hunting together. She takes a hunk of dried meat from her pouch and bites a long strip from it. Itamak licks his lips and she tosses him the rest. I don't understand exactly what's happening to you, but I'll help you find Theos, same as you're doing for me. Bailey construction complete. Towers? Yeah, this will lead us to Deerford Village, I think, if we go from here. Yeah. Just follow the road then.
As you wish.
Right. Off to Deerford Village.
Itamak, leave the pig alone.
Let's see. This is through Deathgate, right? Yeah. Alright. Okay, let's do this. Okay.
Out with you! I already told you what... I'm sorry. I thought you were one of those ruffians.
These times we live in.
How may I help you?
Can you tell me where to find the
The
ruins?
Unfathomed tribe that guards the ruins will kill anyone who trespasses there. And will retaliate against us, too, if history is any indication. We've had too many fortune seekers stir up trouble of late. If I'm to tell you, I'll need to know your reason for wanting to go. If that's the case, then we may already have trouble headed our way. I'll have to take you at your word. You'll find Cleoban Relog here. Whatever trouble you find there, please end it quietly and try to stay out of the ruins.
Is there something else I can help you with? No, I'm good. What are you people doing out here? An elf idles by the road, watching the village across the river. He nods at your approach.
Greetings.
Greetings, friend. I've heard of you. Word has it you've been busy in Defiance Bay. I'm too busy and eager to finish my business and get back to that city. What business is that? Haven't you heard? There's a murderer on the loose, said to have gone mad with grief and strangled a dozen healthy children when her own was hollowborn. We've come all the way from Defiance Bay to bring her to justice. That's why you're standing around here. She's hiding out in the village. We'd go in after her ourselves, but the problem is she knows our faces. There's no telling what she'd do if she saw us coming, and we'd like to avoid any further unnecessary bloodshed. My name's Nifri. She's in Orlin. We want to get her out of town so that we can deal with her cleanly. She knows we're looking for her, but if someone were to convince her it's safe to leave... She's a mass murderer. Why did the Duke send the Crucibles after her? A look of distaste flickers across his face. It's quick, but you catch it. The powers that be want to keep things quiet, for obvious reasons. Better not to cause a fuss, and certainly better not to startle her into doing something drastic. I could draw her out. Ooh, arms and armory. Hell yeah, dude. Finally, we can sell some stuff.
Hail and well met.
A portly, smiling man stands behind a warped wooden counter, polishing a buckler. He looks up. Haven't seen you before. Always glad to see a new face in town. Company's good for business, and chatter's good for the soul. That's what I say, anyway. Anyway, what can I do for you? What you got for sale? Two-handed scepter. Accurate 4. Dang, dude. That's pretty cool. For now, I guess. That would be 4,000 CP. Boots of Zealous Command. That's actually pretty good. The larger his area of effect, the better. It's not bad, but not worth that price, honestly. Alright. Yeah, he'll lose 1 intellect, but he'll gain that chanter property, and I think that's much better, honestly.
Now we can
Yes?
kind of see what the aura is. Yeah, it's even better. Good.
What is it?
Even better. The middle-aged peasant woman is dressed in brown leather cloth draped down to her knees. Her hands are working a separating stringy, colorless vegetable in a pile before her, stripping the heads off the long fibrous stems with a paring knife. She discards the stems one by one, placing the heads of the vegetables into a small cradle-like basket in front of her. She doesn't greet you as you approach. You're not sure she even knows you're there. Excuse me. She doesn't respond. She keeps stripping. Okay. Study the woman. She seems to be nothing more than a middle-aged woman, unremarkable, maybe less stern than most, who seems more focused on weaving in her lap than on her surroundings. Yet, you suddenly notice she's not stripping the vegetables before her any longer. She's weaving, and the vegetable pots are now missing. She still pays you no mind, her brown locks torn and snagged from the lack of washing, like many of the townsfolk you've seen. There is a strange blur to her, and even the motions of her hands seem to be playing with the threads that lack color, and a shape that lacks interest. It may be that she is half-minded or deaf, but something feels wrong. As you watch her, her knitting takes on an odd cadence, and you have a terrible suspicion that something lurks beneath what your eyes are showing you. Focus on the woman. Her brown hair is long, almost impossibly to the length of her hands. As you follow the streams of her locks downward, the hair becomes long and black, splitting off into threads of black and silver, and wrapping around her hands. She is forming a soul cradle with the threads, braiding a net in front of you, each finger long and sharp, like a series of knitting needles, almost hypnotic. The silver and black strands of her hair weave together, with silver predominating as a highlight, the black shadowing it. Suddenly you are calm. You are on a plateau, almost the height of a tower, several stories high. The plateau is like a table lying beneath a clear sky, and beneath the plateau, surrounding in all directions, a forest, hazy with mist. Although whether it is an actual mist, or distance, or recollection, resting in the curve of a natural arch above you is a great copper bell, half again the size of a man, hanging at attention, as if looking down on you and the events unfolding before you. The plateau has soaked in the sun, and the rock beneath you is rough and warm. The sky forms a cradle around you, and you feel different, not disembodied, but you feel your body and physical contours have changed along with the surroundings. And you hear a soft series of chimes, like wind chimes. At the sound, the scene gains color and texture, as if the sound is beckoning you gently forth, filling your senses and thoughts, like mist rolling softly into a sealed chamber, and the chimes coax you deeper into the memory. You're certain it is a memory, a warm one. You are on the stone of the plateau, your knees on the warm texture of the ground, silver, white shimmer like Adra. The plateau is formed of it, glistening in the sun, and you can feel the heat on your skin, your wrists, and your hands. Your hands are in motion. Weaving, not thread, but gathering, tenderly moving the first movements of Barath's wheel. Your hands are wet, your hands are upon the flesh of a newborn child, and you can feel the crowning of a tiny head turning in your grip, its head slick and wet from the wound. The hands you are wearing and inhabiting have done this many times and are practiced and confident. You can feel distant pains in your own head as the head emerges, a stream of fluid, yada yada yada, okay. Okay, childbirth, yeah, I get it. Like, I get exposition, but damn, like, this is a bit much. Coaxed by your hands, every movement causes the chimes to sound again. The child comes forth, and as it does, your hands are in motion. No, an umbilical cord from the wing. Okay. So, gives birth. You help someone give birth. Give them their child. The chimes are hanging from cords on your wrist, where once they echoed in memory, they are now echoing in the child's mind as well. The chimes are intended to welcome the child to be its first gentle greeting into the world, a soothing sound guided by the tender motions. The woman laughs with ragged joy. But the child is here. The child is safe on top of the plateau. Okay. With effort, the scene bleeds of color and your mind becomes your own again. There is no pull, no anchor, yet the sound of chimes remain as they existed in the memory. They sound here as well, and they are hanging from the woven braids on the wrist of the woman before you. Even as your head is spinning from the touch of her mind, the sound of the chimes on her wrist is sharp and clear, as if coaxing you back to the real world. The woman still sits before you, but she is nothing like what you first saw. She is wearing black, shredded garments that drape over her form like streamers. Her hair is streaks of black and run through with silver. Her age is almost impossible to tell. She simply feels old, like a crumbled watchtower. As she lifts her head to face you, you can see her hair is draped across the front of her face like a veil. What you first saw of her was a mental glamour of some sort, unconscious, and you realize what you see is not what the world sees, and you're perhaps the first to see her true self. Still, you don't sense a threat in this realization. If anything, you feel a sense of relief from the figure. You can hear her thoughts, and she's glad to be seen at last. Who are you?
I am seen, but the eyes of others do not remember. You were the first to see me as I am, the call stripped aside.
There's a light touch in your mind, a caress, and her left hand mirrors the motion of the touch, reaching up to the air between you. You hear the chime on her distant wrist sound softly, and her hand moves as if pantomiming, resting on your cheek at a distance.
Your memories. Cadence of wheels on a caravan track. Fever. Questions by running water. Violence in a night's campfire. Arrows in the dark. And fleeing. Falling rock and cracking stone. And a storm. The storm. The storm that brushed you. Did its screaming wake you from your mind's cradle? Your memory of it is painful. Its cry is difficult to ignore. It's like a child. Many children crying out.
I counted a bivouac, yes. Her hands withdraw shyly, the chimes sounding softly once again. The woman stands uncertainly, as if she's been sitting for some time, or is too weak to bear her own weight. You notice her cheekbones are tight and her face is gaunt. Yet while her stance is weak, she seems determined to stand.
You are able to see me.
It is almost a question. You suddenly realize she doesn't seem to know what you saw when you looked at her. The image on the plateau, yet the image was so clear and sharp. You're surprised she didn't feel you there.
To see me is a rare gift. A watcher's gift.
Never been able to do that with a living person, except with you.
So many questions, thoughts, whirling like storm winds. That storm still roars through you, deep beneath your thoughts, yet muted and secret, like an underground river. I cannot tell if it is carving new channels, or eroding what keeps your true strength buried. The fact that you could hear it at all, survive it, is something few have ever done. Your power will grow stronger with each soul you touch, as it allowed you to reach out to mine.
Do you wish to travel with me? You feel a wave of fear gusted with strength of relief, although oddly her expression does not change. Then fear dissipates and you feel strength and certainty, as if the plateau from her memory lies beneath you and a calm sky looks down. Okay. What is she? A cipher. No idea what that does.
You walk your path, I'll walk mine.
I'm pretty much just gonna try and keep... Like, it could be a mistake leaving the priest out because he is my heals, but... screw it. Let's see what she does. Okay, seems like actual damage of some kind. Collapse the target's essence, generating a slashing blade of force that attacks them before leaping to 5 other targets. Causing them to believe they're surrounded, leaving them flanked for the duration. Okay. Interesting. Requires more focus. The hell is focus? The hell is this class? Okay. I'm not really sure what ciphers do. Cipher Soul Whip, generating focus more quickly. Okay, so they deal damage and then regenerate. Okay. Okay, I guess.
What is it?
Interesting.
Yes.
You want a scepter? There, you can use that scepter. Binds with wizard, priest, or druid. Wait, so that actually would probably be better on... Where's he at? Where's all with that? That's pretty cool. Sure. Don't know what that does, but sure. Deal 200 raw damage to enemies with the staff to unlock the next level. Okay. Works for me, I guess. Alright.
Of course.
Well, I guess that works. May be screwed by not having a healer in my party now, but we will see. What is this? Diving helmet. Dang, dude. Sucked by a deer and pirates off the coast. Okay, he just went and handled that. Cool. Alright. Steer clear of the Glenfathom tribes. Okay.
That's fragrant.
Sure.
Brave Dalfilathili.
Hey. Whoa.
Settle!
Damage, probably. Yeah, let's actually use crowd control. You can use per rest abilities too, it's fine with me.
Your will, Watcher.
All right. Hireling payday. Okay, that's fine. 1 day, 15 hours for the towers, okay.
Slow and silent.
This is the place. My big brother's last battle. Wish I could tell you what we're looking for. Anything from that battle, I guess. Whatever 15 years of rain hasn't buried. You see my brother's ghost, you give me a holler, all right?
Let's take a look around then.
Not much here. Too recent.
That's not bad. Don't think I want to replace anything, really. I could replace that, maybe. Yeah, we'll do that. Last thing we want to do is get restrained in combat, so 25 defense against restrain is a nice little buff. A man stands before you, his face smeared with green and ochre dyes. Hides and furs cover his body, and he holds a spear in one hand.
Estramore.
Back to your village. You are lucky the 3 Tusk Stelgar hunt our quarry. What? I'm looking for some people that already entered the ruin. So are we. That is why we wait here, and that is why I've decided to let you leave in peace. These individuals are my enemies too. If you let me in, I could bring them out for you. And allow even more to trample upon our sacred ground? Certainly not. I see the famed mathematical aptitudes of the Glenfathans were not overestimated. What will you do? We will wait. If they are inside, they must come out. And when they do... I go where I wish. Stand aside. Take another step, and the crows will feast on your entrails. Uh-huh. Prepare for the next life, dog.
Brave Dalfilathili.
Let's rage. Let's have her take out the hunter. Let's do this.
Hey.
And let's try and knock one of these guys down.
How may I help?
It should be as simple as just throwing our spells
Yes.
and getting that done. Wounding shot.
Hey,
Okay.
Following your
Let's make
lead.
sure we do that. Okay.
how may I help?
I'm here.
Did you just run right into my back line? Alright, listen here.
Head on!
Hey,
Alright, Eder, I need you to go lock down that archer for me.
Powers there.
Well, so much for him.
Bunin Iancu and Ancu Ibunin. Life in death, and death in life. Magnificent.
Okay.
Crave dal
Ooh,
filathili.
troll. Let's okay, her buffs and damage are really nice. We're really liking her so far. I thought that losing out on a priest healer would be bad, but this kind of damage stacking is working pretty well. You don't need heals if you kill the enemy fast enough. Where does this go? Don't know where that goes. Okay. Let's make sure we...
I'm on the trail.
Alright. Got a troll to deal with.
No prisoner!
Ooh, multiple trolls to deal with.
Head on!
And a news. Okay. First things first, rage. Oloth. Let's just use your and barrage them again. Make sure you're set to give me improved deflection.
Hi?
Okay.
Yes?
I'm here.
It's per encounter. Okay, good. Knock out the other swamp lurker. And knock out the slime. Those Cypher debuffs are quite nice. Shoot, if I had known their debuffs were that strong, I might have actually played as Cypher myself. Those damages are really nice. Oh, no, not rest.
Slow and silent.
Seems kind of crazy. Just use focus.
Crave dal filathili.
Got blocked. Yeah, I got blocked over here. Just trying to work on fixing them down rather than the mass realization in the hallway. It sucked, but oh well. Alright.
Keeping an eye out.
There we go.
Of course.
My thoughts will be as silent as my feet.
Another ooze, huh? Alright, that's fine. Let's go. Last things are not that dangerous. And down they go.
What is it?
Alright.
Laying low.
Let's make sure we quick save. This looks like I'm pulling
I'll give it a try, at least. I'll give it a
Oh,
try,
right.
at least.
Oh, I'm screwed. I forgot Durham was my lockpicker.
I'll give it a try, at least.
That's a problem,
Well.
actually. Oh, well. I'll have to respec that at some point.
A blade in the dark.
And this circling around? Yeah, it just circles around. Okay. Maybe there's a key? Otherwise, I'm going to have to go and redo my party. Oh, there shouldn't be any traps between here and there. Pretty sure we stepped on them all. Alright.
I'll take a look.
Lock the doorway. I'll let that guy through. Set that spell if we can. Down it goes.
They shall see nothing while I see much.
Okay, collected our loot. Okay, I guess we'll just keep going this way. Oh, hello there.
Legions are in for a walloping! Let's have it!
Now I'm confused. Oops.
Your thoughts must flow deeply indeed.
How may I help?
They probably won't like a missile, right? Alright, there we go.
Bring them! I have them!
Ours
Fine. Moonstone. Trap triggered. Oh boy.
Brave Dalfilathilim. I have.
trap triggered. What the hell? There's a lot of weird traps
If
placed
secrets
around this
whisper
room.
here, I shall listen for them.
A blade in the dark.
Let's see. Did I explore everything around here? Well, I think there's still a path in there, isn't there? Or is there? I'm not entirely sure. I feel like I probably should. Okay. The pathfinding is finding a way. Olaf, what are you doing? That is so weird. This pathfinding. They sometimes glitch into walls. It is so strange. Okay, so there was no actual way across. Okay. Well, let's check this way just in case. Let's check one more thing over here. Looks like I may have to go downstairs. Let's see. Wow, okay. So I guess, yeah. Alright. Nothing else to it. Let's head downstairs then. Let's see here. Alright. Shh.
I can do that.
Can you? You cannot. Alright. Let's make sure.
Nice and quiet.
Let's make sure we check for traps. Alright, are we good? I think we're good. Okay. The hell? Why am I gonna run all the way with it? different.
Can't get a good shot.
Okay. Let's do that. And let's do that. And whoop, no, not that one. We want magic missile. There we go. Ooh, those are cool looking shields. Why would you take 10 accuracy penalty though?
As you wish.
So this is the main chamber, okay. Yeah, this looks like a boss arena if ever I've seen one.
Brave Dalfilathili.
A rain blade.
This isn't working! Brave Dalfilathili. This isn't
Okay then. That's interesting.
Brave Dalfilathili.
Wait, where did you come from? Thought I cleared this room.
Brave Dalfilathili.
Oh. Okay. Time for a couple of spells. Let's hit it with that. Don't know what it's... Okay, it's... Deflection's okay. Not super great. It's, actually, I believe it's Mark Prey. Okay.
Yes?
Alright, let's take out small first. Now, dogpile on this guy.
That's the...
Flanked. What is his defense? His deflection isn't that insane. He's just tanky. He's just really tanky.
Down one!
There it goes.
Roak 10!
Hey! What happened? Unlocks the next level. I don't know. I guess I just upgraded. 300 damage to dazed enemies, or 1500 damage to enemies. Okay, sure. +2 perception. Not bad.
As you wish.
Fine mail armor.
Brave Dalfilathili.
Ah, crap. Nah, it wasn't too bad.
As you wish.
Fighters in iron, relentless and fierce as thousands of foes.
Alright then. I guess that's all we can do here. I guess... Can we get through any of these other doors from the inside? Or are we just kind of like screwed here? Oh, okay, cool.
Braved Alfilathilim.
Oh no, not one of those bouncing spells. Oop.
Braved Alfilathilim.
Alright, Spectre. High damage rules. Ooh, a key. Well, let's see. It should open this door, right? Sweet. What do we got here? Oh, another one of these things. A haze of essence lingers over the body, as faint and insubstantial as a dust plume in a rider's wake. Yet as you draw closer, whispered instructions echo in your ears, and anticipation warms your blood. In a vision, you see the same stone machine you approached moments ago, but from a different height and angle, as if through different eyes. You'd heard rumors that some of your brethren were sent here months before, yet you see no signs that anyone has been here. In fact, the cobblestones are covered in a fine layer of dust. You know suddenly what this will cost you, and you are ready. The orders were clear. The effects of the machine in Cleoban Rig were wearing off. A child had been born not far from Deerwood recently, its soul intact. The machine would need to be reactivated. You and your companions take up your positions. You share a final look of affirmation between yourselves. They don't know your name, and you don't know theirs, but you know what they're doing. The work of the gods, together. None of the rest matters. Two carved bands of stone in the middle of the machine grind into motion. They rotate in opposite directions, picking up speed until they spin like freshly greased carriage wheels. A wind shrieks through the cavern, accelerating with the stone rings. You press your hand to your ears and grit your teeth against the noise. You're about to shut your eyes when you glimpse a new movement. Rows of triangular flaps around the machine open like petals. You don't know what is happening in the machine, but you feel a tingling at your extremities, searing pain through your body, and a hot knife separating every tissue and ligament within you. All the while, it feels as if you're falling towards the machine, your stomach mashed against your spine. What happens next is too fast to process. You awaken from the vision to find yourself kneeling and grasping for air. Holding your head, you let the tiles between your knees gradually come into focus. As you catch your breath, you remember the strange scene you saw. Looking at the ash scattered across the cavern floor, it appears that the leaden key has been doing this, whatever it is, all over the Deerwood. Well, looks like we found another machine.
Is that the end of this? Okay, well, I guess that's the end of this quest. Alright then. Wade to the tunnel. Swim. Whee! Rays of light pierce the darkness, but it's moving too fast. You see the flickering glimpses as you speed by. You keep your hands in front of yourself and focus on avoiding the jagged rocks that appear in the darkness. A light winks at you up ahead. You're approaching it fast, but it looks to be the mouth of a second, smaller tunnel. You might be able to reach it, but your lungs start to ache. Continue with the current. You rush past the side tunnel and you see a corkscrew up ahead. You angle your body with the current just in time to avoid it. The contortion forces the last burst of air from your lungs. The last of the light disappears behind you and you can't tell whether the tunnel has gone dark or you're blacking out from the lack of air. In either case, you no longer see the walls around you. Extend your feet in front of you and hope for the best. Your foot strikes an outcropping. Your arm grazes another. The pain has you gritting your teeth, but it's not as bad as you feared. Either the cold water has numbed your skin, or you've slowed. Your chest begins to hitch, and you clamp your jaw shut and tighten your throat against the choking waters, but soon your body's reflexes will take over. A halo of light appears above you. The current is no longer pushing you towards it. So you kick, push, and twist your body up the surface, always seeming just out of reach. At last, your head breaks the surface, and you gulp air into your aching lungs and pull yourself to the edge of the pool. Crawling out of the water, you look at the cavern around you as you massage feeling back into your aching limbs. Cool. That was a hell of a ride. Again. All earnings were lost to bandits. What the hell? How were all earnings lost to bandits? I have all the security. What is this?
Hey, something metal in the ground. Over by that boat.
Oh, what? What boat? What are you talking about?
I think I see... No. Never mind. Nothing over here. I guess they cleaned up real good after the battle. This is embarrassing.
Get some rest. We head inside first thing tomorrow. These ruins are claimed, friend. On your way.
No need to get riled, boys. We're just passing by.
Look at his talisman, Pag. Eothasian.
How about that? A godless sack of shit. We got a blazing corpse worshiper on our hands.
Alright, you best mind how you talk to Eder.
Actually, they never found the body.
Only reason for the legacy is because the Duke doesn't got the guts to see you all slaughtered. The gods want you dead. Me and Pag, though, we've done our part during the purges, didn't we, Pag?
Seamstresses?
Make your cracks now. Got no god or homeland to avenge you. By Magrin, this'll be short work.
You always swear by your gods when you do the devil's work?
Doesn't matter who it was for anyway. Country's better for the purges. Maybe we start a new purge right here.
You're outnumbered 3-1. Are you really this stupid? You actually are this stupid.
Craved
Alright, that was short work.
Exceptional breastplate. Nice. Oh, it's a standard. Both hands, you and Eder begin digging in the mud until the object is dislodged. You close your hands around it and pull it from the wet earth. The object is steel, semicircular frame, about the size of your fist. At even points around the semicircle, jagged points jut out like tongues of flame, the rays of a rising sun. At the sun's center is the carved silhouette of a vorless plant.
I've seen these before. They top the standards of Raid Saris. Or did when Weidman was alive.
You think this can help us? Show to the grieving mother? I appreciate you taking the initiative, but I don't think there's much chance that this nice stranger lady happens to be a cipher. I will do what I can, but I will need the skills of a watcher to aid my own to identify the soul once I found its traces. Eder hands her the steel sun. The motion is mechanical and unconscious. The grieving mother takes the sun in one hand and yours in the other, and you can feel her presence in your mind, her thoughts binding to your... bidding you to relax. Focus, she says, and the word reverberates as if through an endless chasm. You close your eyes and concentrate. The sun is bright in your mind's eye, warm with the pulses of collective experience, and noisy with the thoughts of the past, of battle, of faith, and of home. You drift from voice to voice, thought to thought, Eder's soul a vibrant signature with which to locate his brother. One voice stands out amidst the dim, brassy, and earnest, a shade brighter than Eder's, but unmistakably of the same construction. You have no image of its owner, but his journey is imprinted within the points and curves of the steel sun, and in your mind it opens before you as a path, stretching both southward to the Gilded Vale and northward over the uneven terrain that joins the Deerwood to Reseris. You trace the path back to its origins, far back as you can find, gliding over plains and hillsides to a one-room home in Gilded Vale with a thatched roof and a dirt floor. The path is faint here, its distance and time rendering images blurry and details scarce. From Gilded Vale, it follows a road towards Madmere Bridge, reaching the gates of Defiance Bay before diverting abruptly and cutting northward in a beeline for Red Saris. The path leads to Red Saris City, regal and austere in the Adirian imperial style. It winds through the streets and climbs a grand set of stairs into a stately building, passing through pointed archways into what appears to be a throne room. Upon the throne sits a man whose head is pure, blinding light, and its gaze turns to you. The light drowns out all else. Its voice carries the force of thunder, but its words are impossible to make out in the imprint echoes of echoes. The voice and the light fade, and the path bends backward, carrying you along to the barracks, then back southward, marching into the Deerwood, and skirmishing along the way. Upon one battlefield, the imprint is vivid, and you see a Red Saren soldier, or standard, topped with a steel sun, clutched in the hands of a fallen soldier. You see a young man in Red Saren armor, with Eder's straw-colored hair, race towards the standard and lift it. The path you've been following, clear to see beneath his feet, and as his hand brushes the steel tip, you can hear his thoughts racing in a blur, and they are of his god and his country and his brother. He hopes is far away from this place. In an instant, the thoughts are gone, as well as the man, and the standard is passed to another soldier. You pick the path up again as it meanders south and disintegrates into the shadows of the Cleoman relic.
Anything? Looked like you were working real hard there.
Your brother got as far as Defiance Bay before turning to Red Saris instead. He met Weidman there and enlisted.
What'd he talk about with Weidman?
I don't know.
That's not funny. Come on. That metal sun, my brother touched it. You saw where he went. Now what'd he talk about with Weidman? Why'd my brother fight for Raid Saris?
I wish I had something better to tell you.
I guess that's it.
We'll find some other way to know why he did what he did.
I don't think we will. What will we do? Look for more war relics? We were lucky to find this one. Soldiers that fought with him are long dead. The battle was a massacre. Whatever Aethys knows, he's not talking to anyone.
Don't have to wait anymore. I got what I need. If only there were words to fill such emptiness, but yet to remove his doubt and his questions. I regret that my answers have only deepened his pain. Maybe I messed that up. I don't know. Well, I guess we go and we talk to her. Alright, let's go to Brackenberry.
How fares your search? Well, let's hear it.
Lead Key is manipulating a group of Ingwethan machines to span the country, and it seems to be causing the Hollowborn.
I had feared they might be involved in Widewind's legacy. It seemed too extreme even for them. How naive I've been. The Leaden Key's conspiracy is clear now. They have used Engwithan technology to engineer Widewind's legacy, and they want people to blame Animancy for it. As we speak, the Duke is holding hearings in the palace. He is listening to arguments for and against Animancy. When they finish, he is expected to decide whether to outlaw it. It seems the Leaden Key has been pushing Deerwood down this path for some time. I, for one, would enjoy seeing their little scheme fouled up at the last moment. Our Duke must hear what you have to say. Unfortunately, the hearings are closed to the public, which makes the Duke inaccessible until they are completed. However, certain groups have been invited to attend. You might get in with one of them if you aren't above a little pandering. There are delegations from the Knights of the Crucible, the Dozens, and from House Dominel. If you can gain the support of one of those groups,
the Knights already love me.
that may be your best way in. What of them?
Okay. Well, let's, I guess, go talk to the Knights. They owe me a favor. Actually, they owe me a few, but yeah. Let's see. Oh, right. I should check my keep stuff too. They're probably finished. Or maybe not. 7 hours. Alright. I understand the Crucible Knights are attending the Animancy hearings.
Indeed. Duke Avar looks to the Knights for prudent counsel as well as defense. I suspect our future as a city and a nation will depend in no small part on how we handle this matter.
What do you think of Animancy? Despite what happened with the Forged Knights, Animancy merits further study in other contexts. There's much yet the Animancers could do to cure soul maladies, strengthen essence, perhaps even ameliorate the effects of the legacy. He scratches his chin. We won't know until we try, and we can't afford to sit on our hands while our rivals watch us grow weak. I need an audience. And we'll be glad to have you with us. Ivor will no doubt find your presence persuasive, and we'd all the possible support we need to give Animancy a fair chance. Indeed. Is there anything else? Nope. Cool. Let me see something here. Okay.
Itumak, leave the pig alone.
Leave the pig alone. Oh no. Let's see. Make sure we save. So yeah, we'll conclude Act 2 here, and then we'll go to White March, I think is probably the best way to do that.
You had 5 siblings?
That's right. Between the 6 of us, I don't think the house has known a single day's quiet. Of course, a little chaos makes it far easier to get away with mischief.
Yes, I can imagine that comes in handy.
How fares your search?
If I'm gonna do this for you, I think it's time you told me everything about Theos.
I've told you everything you need to know.
But not everything.
It's only right that you know everything. When I was younger, before Dunreed Row, I had many suitors. These were fine-looking men of good stock. But I could see their thoughts, and they were unimpressive. Boys' thoughts. I toyed with their affections. I resented all of them. And then I met a man whose mind was a mystery to me. But he understood me. He knew me at a glance, told me things I didn't know about myself. He was neither handsome nor charming. He was all I ever wanted.
You're talking about Theos.
We made a game of my gift. He would ask me about people, and I would tell him what they were thinking. Sometimes the information was very sensitive. And then one day he asked me if I trusted him. I said I did. Next I knew I was donning a silver mask and swearing oaths to Woodica. Using my gift for the leaden key still felt like a game to me, so I did it. I did it because it pleased him.
But it didn't last.
I don't like living in the dark. It's a powerless, hopeless feeling. Every day I did things without knowing their purpose. Every day I loved a man without knowing his thoughts of me. I sensed that there were things he wanted to tell me. I sensed that he knew everything the leaden key was created to hide. But Theos was unyielding. One day I disappeared without a word. He would kill me for it, and I knew that. It's their rule. I just wanted to see him plunge the knife, because then I would know. But the day never came. He has left me to wonder. I have devoted my years to learning everything I could about him, in hopes I would find some clue as to who he really was, and why he felt he had to keep his secrets locked away. I have precious little to show for it. Just an old woman nagged by old thoughts. And that is truly everything I can tell you about Theos. I hope you will accept this embarrassing story as a show of my good faith.
Makes sense.
What of them?
The knights have accepted me into their delegation.
Good. Avar Wolfgren looks to the Crucible Knights as a voice of reason and order. Speaking from their section should lend you credibility with him. You need waste no more time here. Get to the palace. Make your case to the Duke. With him on our side, all of Deerwood can be mobilized against the leaden key, and Theos can be rooted out. I only wish I could be there to see it. There is a very old bottle of a very good brandy that I have been saving for a special day. If you hurry back afterward, there may be a little left for you. Off with you. You're going to do very well in there.
Farewell. Go to the Ducal Palace. What? What is this? More assassins.
Hey.
Alright, knock that guy out.
Inconvenient! Leave it to me!
Okay, let's do this. What the hell? What is going on? These two just still going towards the... Okay, that's kind of funny.
How may I help?
No prisoner!
As you wish.
Well, next time you might want to send more assassins. Probably in here, right? Yeah, there's like a throne and everything in there. Shilabaki, go to the upper floor. Oh, okay. What? Wait, what? Hold up. Go up here? Oh yeah, this is the balcony, okay. Commander Cleaver, you'll be attending. The balcony has been opened for you. Hey, alright. The room below is animated amidst a heated debate. All the representative groups are easily discerned in the crowd. Crucible knights, stiff in their noisy armor, sit in one section. In another are well-dressed members of House Dominel, casual, watching with a predator's interest. Still elsewhere are the ramshackle dozens who have made no special effort to dress up for their liege lord. Interspersed are animancers in their academic robes with expressions either sour or concerned.
Well then, answer me this, Master Barash. If you animancers represent our best hope to cure the legacy, what progress can you demonstrate?
As I've said, it isn't about progress, it's about potential.
My house would agree, Your Grace. We see great potential in its future.
And I suppose your blazing profits during the legacy don't have nothing to do with that, do they, Dominel? You can't have it both ways no more! Animancy goes, or this country goes!
So you admit, Master Barask, that animancy is no closer to stopping the legacy than it ever was?
No, we've had many promising experiments. Cadman Azo has shown...
Cadman Azo murdered a child. For a complete failure. We should be hanging him right now for what he done. The dozens won't stand for it.
There is no need. Master Azo recently passed the Shroud. And while the experiment failed, his work...
His work was sabotaged.
Ah, our new delegate from the Knights of the Crucible. What makes you say sabotage?
Met a false patient in Brackenbury Sanitarium who had tampered with his machinery.
The fuck's that even matter? These are people who would toy with the lives of our children!
Indeed. Even assuming there was sabotage, is this Animancer Azo not still accountable here?
Those who know me here know me to be fair in judgment. Azo should be held innocent.
Horseshit! These Animancers can't be trusted! Look at what happened in Heritage Hill! Our supposed protectors from Crucible Keep can't even clean up the messes Animancy leaves!
Your Grace, we'd have a much easier time of it if our knights weren't so occupied trying to keep their organization from igniting a revolution on our very doorstep.
Heritage Hill is blood on your hands, Justiciar! You turn a blind eye, and look what happens!
But an ancient machine would cost... It's not the workings of animancy, but of an ancient...
You've some strange taste in travels, friend. The height of your tales expands with every breath.
My word is my oath. I challenge anyone here to find someone who knows different.
I had heard whispers of a new delegate set to attend today's hearing. I admit that your candor was mentioned more than once. Tell us what you saw in Heritage Hill.
Terranwyneth houses an Anguithan machine that holds dominion over the flow of souls. It was this machine that made the district undead. Kana, do you think that that was the machine's purpose, or just a dire side effect? Kana shudders. But then, why would the Anguithans build such a machine at all?
Even if it is as you say, we have testimony that a group of animancers had been spending time there. Surely their tinkering had something to do with this.
They followed ambition blindly, taking few precautions, allowing personal feelings to get in the way of solving the problem.
But the very purpose of these experiments is to understand. So these dangerous things can be used responsibly.
This is what it comes down to, Your Grace. Whatever their intentions, animancy's a pox. It makes a fucking wreck of everything. We all know what Widewind's legacy's really about. And it ain't about some sparkling saint from Creed Ceres who's mad because he took a stroll down the wrong bridge. It's about a bunch of so-called intellectuals fucking with the natural order while the rest of us gotta suffer for it.
Is it, though? Should we not take the time to reach a clear conclusion? I mean, what proof do we have?
My son and daughter are buried beneath the floor of my house. We don't own no land, so that's where we lay them. My son, my wife let him slip when she was bathing him. Got water in his lungs he couldn't cough up. My daughter, we put her to bed one night, and the next morning she wasn't breathing. This Hollowborn thing, it ain't ending. And it ain't ending because we still let these charlatans play God. There's your proof, you damn copper fucker!
Enough, Adric. Lady Dominel makes a point. If it's animancy, then why do the other states that permit the practice not suffer the same fate? Who among us can say he truly understands why the legacy has taken hold here?
The grieving mother reaches towards your mind with hers. Bring order to the chaos here. I can. Crowds begin to mutter, the sound taking a doubtful character. Widewind's legacy is the creation of the Leaden Key. Cade Manazzo's downfall was their work, as was the Tower in Heritage Hill. They want you to do this, and they want Animancy to fall. The dull muttering expands into a din of skepticism that fills the hall. I've seen them in the ruins of Irglathan, operating machines that disrupt and redirect the flow of souls, near towns like Gilded Vale and Deerford, where the legacy is universal. As a watcher, I have heard the dead confess their plot. They are stealing the souls of the unborn.
Beasts. Another lunatic at the hearing. Did you remember to lock your sanitarium before you left, Master Barask?
If, as the Duke says, no theory has more proof than the other, what is the harm in hearing one more?
You must know, friend, that the Leaden Key is a mantle for small-time ruffians and children at play. I'm not saying you're a liar. Not yet. But you'd better start making sense of all this. Help us believe you.
Let's see. If you know anything about me, you know this. I've been called many things, but never a liar. An honest witness is the best piece of evidence you have in this matter. It's honestly true, because a lot of the others just hearsay.
The only piece of evidence.
The only piece of evidence that doesn't send your kind to the gallows, you mean?
You've made an unexpected case, friend. I'll say that much. It seems we have a new possibility to consider, at the very least. How was it you came to learn all this?
The Knights were instrumental in aiding my investigation.
I see. I'm impressed the Knights seized such an unlikely opportunity to find an end to all of this. But these hearings are about more than Widewind's legacy, even though that is our most pressing concern. Let's say for the moment that I were to take you at your word that our friends in Brackenbury Sanitarium and their peers bear no responsibility for this curse upon my country. I'm curious. What would you do if you were in my position?
And if you don't, someone else will, and they will wield greater power over you. Animancy should be studied. And their own purses. Giving this power is like setting a child loose in an armory. You don't trust these animancers, seeking after...
Very well. That is all I wish to hear. Not just from you, but from everyone. Many days we've been at this. It is time we put it to rest. I want to thank the delegations for helping me collect my thoughts. And our new delegate, who has warned us of a new possibility that must be looked into. The time has come to choose a direction for the Deerwood. I am ready to make my pronouncement.
Oh boy.
Ramir de Barash, representing the interests of animancers in Deerwood. Step forward.
Your Grace.
The arguments for and against animancy are both strong in their own way. I must be careful in my judgment.
Forgive me, Your Grace. We will accept no judgment but our own.
What's he doing?
No, wait!
Stop this at once!
I've given you every chance to end this pursuit. Shall I end it for you? Another time. I am already late.
Bleh. The words, "I shall end it for you," ring in your ears. You find yourself gasping for breath, struggling to keep your own balance. You drop to a knee and watch as Theos hurries out of the building. The world dims, and the screams of clashing weapons fade to silence. All that remains are the words.
Shall I end it for you?
Theo stands at the pulpit high above an assembly of robed onlookers, you among them, clustered around a wide circular pit carved of stone. He addresses a woman, bound backwards over a large iron wheel, overlooking the great stone maw. Many of the woman's fingers and toes are severed, and the bottoms of her feet are charred black. The skin on one side of her face looks like a melted candle wax, black and red and seeping, and the angles on her back suggest a spine in ruins, yet for all that her expression betrays little of her anguish.
I am already at peace, Grand Inquisitor. Are you?
So be it. If you desire no end, you shall have none. I find you guilty of heresy. May the eternal prison bar your soul from passage, for it is beyond redemption.
He nods to a hooded attendant who begins untying her from the wheel. Dominion of the Sleepers. To the beamed ceiling of the palace. Metal striking walls the outside, the cries of the injured are staggering to your feet. Theos is gone. Sagani is patting your cheek with a firm but gentle hand. Get up, trouble's already found us. Off to one side you can hear the clinking rustle of chainmail, and you look over to see a wounded guard slumped against the wall. He is trying to say something, seemingly directed at you, but at first it's too faint to hear. He gathers his breath and manages to rasp out a few words. Lady Webb, she's the only... She must be told. She'll know what to do. Find her. Tell her. And then he goes out. Oh dear. Talk out there, there's rioting in the streets. That's fine. Who's gonna stop me, huh? I fight drakes for fun. Surely some peasants can't stop me. Stand down, we don't want to fight. That got crazy. I'll have to go back to my keep to resolve that, okay. They're in league with the Animancers. Oh boy.
Oh boy. And she's dead. Lady Webb lies still in the bed, an ornate cushion propping her back upright. The blood pooled beneath a gash in her chest is tacky and nearly dry. A shattered glass rests on the floor beneath her dangling hand. You can feel the faint aura of her fading essence in your keen. You make contact and are immersed in a torrent of sensory input and experience. When it calms, you find yourself in the same room, lying on the bed with a glass of brandy in your hand. Through the walls from the street outside come the sounds of screams and shattering glass, and the cacophony of an angry mob. You take a sip, and it warms your gullet. Across the room, the door opens. A patient, steady push into the room walks Theos, the floorboards creaking beneath deliberate steps. You wait until the last of the brandy has trickled down your throat before you speak.
I was a fool to think I could tame these people.
You came closer than most.
A fine epitaph.
No worse than any.
You're concentrating, focusing with all of your energy. It feels as though you were diving into a stone wall over and over, but it cracks suddenly, unexpectedly, allowing the vaguest wisp of a thought to leak through.
What's in Twin Elms?
Did you pull that from my thoughts?
I've had time to practice.
Ah.
He walks over to a small table and raises a half-empty brandy bottle to eye level. He seems to approve the selection and begins to reach for an empty glass.
I was saving that for someone.
Pity.
He replaces the brandy.
You know this is how it has to be.
He draws a long, curved knife from his belt, smeared with fresh blood. With his left hand, he gently pins your sternum as he raises the knife with the other, its point dangling above your heart.
Prove it.
Theo slips the knife between your ribs and pushes it through. Layers of tissue separate. Yeah, okay, yeah, you're stabbed in the heart. I don't need a poem about it. A pulse of reflex causes you to drop the glass to the floor, and you hear it shatter. With the last of your strength, you take his knife hand in both of yours. A question radiant in your mind. For an instant, to your great surprise, the pathways of his mind is left open to you, unguarded, and the answer comes. Simple, cataclysmic in its reordering of your thoughts. As Lady Webb, you feel as though you have an answer you searched for all your life, but in your own mind, her understanding lies just beyond your reach. You look at Theos with wide eyes of someone seeing for the first time, and draw your last breath as black velvety darkness descends upon you.
Smoke rises above the city walls in billowing plumes that blacken the sky like a storm. Behind the walls, the riots rage on. Known patrons of Animancy are forced into hiding as looters ransack their estates and make off with their possessions. Animancers are torn away from their families and dragged from their homes to be stoned to death in the streets. Word had spread immediately that Duke Avar had been assassinated, and that an Animancer was to blame. The city wasted little time in exacting revenge, and little effort into evaluating guilt. In the center of it all, Brackenbury Sanitarium burned. And down the lane, Hodred House, the last bastion of stability in the Deerwood, had fallen silent. Now safely outside the city gate, your path points eastward to Twin Elms, where Theos is bound, for reasons that remain mysterious as the leaden key itself.
Well, I don't know if that was scripted to go that way or if I fucked it up. But damn. As you cross the bridge, Olaf draws up beside you. The fires of Defiance Bay cast shivering, flickering lights over one half of his face.
Please stop. I need to tell you something.
Alright, go ahead.
I have not been entirely honest about my motives for traveling with you up to this point. When I finished my training in Adir, I was introduced to an organization. All I knew was that they were opposed to the unchecked spread of animancy, and that they could guarantee me postings far away from the Seathwood my father and his earl. At that time, it was enough. In the early years, I thought of them as many things. Hooded men, prudent teachers, the Leaden Key. Their rules were strict, but their guidance was clear. I sincerely believed they wanted to keep Kith from the folly of their own foolish ambitions. I came to the Deerwood a little over a year ago. My orders were to gather information on animancy in the region. A senior contact met with me every few months to receive my reports and issue new leads. She sent me to Gilded Vale to keep an eye on events surrounding the local lord, but I lost track of her shortly after that. I don't know if she was reassigned, killed, or sacrificed the way you saw. At the time you met me, I'd been on my own for a couple of months.
What did you want from me?
I needed some kind of direction. And after that scrape with the locals, I was ready to get out of town. But then you mentioned the hooded figures in the machine, and I was sure you were on the trail of the Leaden Key. And I was correct in a way. What we found wasn't what I expected. I knew the Leaden Key was trying to stop animancy, but I didn't realize how far they'd gone. Murder, sabotage, abandoning entire districts to shambling horrors. And now the whole city is up in flames. I'm still not sure about animancy, but I know I've been following the wrong master. Please, accept my apology, and my service. Let me fight with you to stop Theos.
I forgive you, Elf, but I want you beside me, not behind me. I'm not asking you to trade one master for another.
That would be an honor.
Let's go.
Say what you want about Dear Woodens. They haven't met the problem yet they couldn't solve by killing some scapegoats.
You fight for people because you see something there that deserves defending, even more so because someone you trust sees it too. Then you turn around and they do something like this, and the person who made you want to help them is gone. People never fail to disappoint without guidance. They're doing what they think their gods want. It's nice that they mean well, but how can organized murder be their best guess? Although, come to think of it, maybe they're just following Waidwin's example. He was purging his own long before Deerwood got the idea. Only he was purging because they weren't Athosian enough. Never thought I'd find myself missing hospitality back home. Let's go to Katnua. We gotta resolve that incoming wave of hostiles. Manual resolve. Dang.
Aye?
Actually pretty strong.
Following your lead.
Hey.
That's not
Need more crowd control here. This is getting crazy. Okay, let's do this. What about this? Okay, well, that'll work.
Ready, Watcher.
Following your lead.
Yes? Hey.
Your thoughts must flow deeply indeed.
What is it?
Good grief, that's a lot of shades. Ask her. Fire never hurt. Everyone.
Whose side are you on?
No!
Do you cease to see me?
That was a bit much.
Yes.
West Kern Walls, Bailey. Okay. All that. Okay. Okay. So what else we got? Library. Barracks is already done. Arms stronghold one. Dexterity bonus. What else brings high security? Guess the hedge maze. You know what? Why don't we upgrade our hearth? Let's see here. That should be good. Maybe we should take on some more hirelings, I guess, since some of them are now dead. Okay. That's a decent amount of stuff.
Welcome.
Show me your wares, good sir. It's a fine one. Okay. Oh, he's not paying much, is he? How rude. I'll keep that for now. I'll sell this other stuff later. Let's see, what else we got to do here? I know we should probably head to Durgan's Battery. Tell you what, let's rest. Should be like 8 hours, right? So let me check. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Oh, Eddard wants to talk. Okay.
Hope I didn't seem ungrateful back there in the battlefield. And you went out of your way.
It was important to you.
Got real close. Didn't expect that. You know, for a second, I thought I was gonna finally see some answers. Foolish, of course. And why should I get answers? There's a world of Aethasians out there, don't know if their god's been blown up. Still, man can't help looking back. Guess you'd know that well as anyone. I might have turned my back on my god when he needed me. That's all I'll ever know.
You did what you had to. Even if Waidwin was Aothas, his actions were destructive. What'd your brother have to say about this? Yeah, I think you were mistaken in waiting for someone else to tell you what was right.
Guess if I'll never know any better, I may as well pick something I feel good about. The best part of worshipping a dead god is there's no punishments. Something to think about, I guess.
Let's see. Is that... Where's that helmet? What does that even do? You lose perception. That's pretty good.
Well?
Alright. Let's see here. I think the plan now is to head to White March. Stalwart Village. Alright. We'll do that then.
Better indeed.
I don't really want to trade out. I like Kana too much to leave him behind, honestly. I like this setup though. If I had extra room maybe, but I don't. So, Stalwart Village. Is it not breeding it? Okay. I can't help but thinking it was supposed to... Okay, let's give it a minute and I'll hit replay and maybe it'll actually... Oh no, come on now. Okay, 1 second here. Okay. Okay, let's see if it...
You set out for
There it
Stalwart.
goes.
The White March rises up in the distance, stretching to the north and south as far as the eye can see. It beckons to you with peaks like broken fingers. The road thins to a tattered ribbon, and the shadow of the mountains falls across your path. You've barely begun your climb when the darkening sky pummels you with hailstones and turns the ground beneath you to ice. You press on. The air grows thin, and the treacherous mountain passes funnel screeching winds past your ears. A blizzard forces you to make camp for 3 days, huddling for safety while snow piles around your refuge. At last the weather clears, and you approach Stalwart under a crisp blue sky. There's a noise, high and sharp, coming from the village that sounds at first like another frozen gale. But when you top the rise and reach the village's wooden gates, you see what lies beyond them.
It's Darzyr, with a whole pack of them!
We can take these bastards!
Let's do this. I don't know what he's about to try and cast, but we're gonna try and stop that.
Lava will be on secret!
Indeed.
Okay, everyone else is casting. Alright, good. I think we can afford to throw out. Okay, one more. Wait, what? There we go, hit him. Not everyone else.
That's it!
Bring them down!
Of course.
Look out! More of them by the fishery!
Let's go.
Yes?
Lava will be on secret! As you wish.
Hi?
I doubt you can trip him, but yep, that wasn't gonna work. There he goes. A bit better. I like this. Starts off nice and action-packed.
Brave Dalfi.
Kill them!
Alright, let's see if we can find who's in charge here.
Brave Dalfi
There's our big guy. Okay, knock out this guy first.
What is it?
How may I help?
Dead on!
Lava!
Okay. Let's see how much damage this actually does.
Lava will be on
my mind.
Okay damage, not insane though.
No!
Actually,
yes.
I keep forgetting to do this, but you know what? Let's eat some pie, eat the chicken, eat some fruit, drink some beer. Drink some beer. There we go.
Yes.
This is probably like where the main shit's going down, right?
Brave Dalfi.
What do my stats look like? Oh, hell yeah. Let's go. Savory pies.
Kill us all! We need help! This way!
down, go, go!
To the western stockade!
Of course.
Yeah, I'll be right behind you. Just gotta loot this stuff first. Okay.
Hi?
Interrupt that. Make sure that I go into rage mode.
Hey.
Let's have him switch to that.
Following your lead.
Keep our buffs rolling. Okay. Let's mark that guy.
My boat.
Take out the leader. You guys gotta be the leader. Come on. Yeah, I need more. Oh, headshot.
Darzir's fallen. Back to the matron now.
You're the one Renegade sent for. She'll want to speak with you. Her house is just up that way, next to Gref's Rest. The messenger pants, waving smoke away from his face.
Katie's house is burning!
As you wish.
Hurry! They're both in there! Help! The hut's coming down!
Dominate. The roof of this hut is almost entirely enveloped in flames, lighting the snow in a stark orange hue. Several beams have been reduced to ember-dotted dusk. Through the hut's threshold, you can see only billowing smoke. Fire roars as it climbs the timbers. The air feels thick and hot, and the building is a maze of flames. With sand smoke and navigating will be a challenge. I'll go in. You leap over the burning threshold and plunge into the past veil of smoke. Inside the house, the fire has pitted the walls and beams, and thick haze rolls through the building. It's hard to see even a few feet ahead, save for the occasional glimpse of glowing embers. Crouched to avoid the smoke. You move onward through the haze of heat and soot. The hut groans and shifts as the blaze grows. Above, a beam beginning to sag, threatening to crash down into the corridor. From just ahead comes the faint sound of a voice calling for help. Prop it up with another log. The makeshift prop holds for the moment, allowing safe passage. Despite the smoke and flames, you remain unharmed and unhindered. Pressing forward, you come at last to a wider room. To the left is a man, the source of the faint cries for help. He stands trapped behind a curtain of flames, arms raised to ward off the heat. It's impossible to reach him without quenching the fire first. To the right, a woman lies unconscious beneath what appears to have once been the roof. She's small, but the rubble trapping her looks heavy. Smoke winds its way up and out into the open air, obscuring all sight around it. Reach for the man through the flames. I can't get him. I don't have chill fog. Fuck. Help the woman. Purpling bruise beneath a considerable amount of rubble, including a heavy crossbeam. Purpling bruise on her temple since she was struck as the debris fell. On her outflung hand, you can make the glint of a ring. Lift the rubble off of her. Using every ounce of your strength to strain and lift it clear, it shifts slightly. Ah! After a period of fruitless struggle, the beam finally begins to raise by slow degrees. With one great and final effort, you have the last of the rubble clear of the woman. The woman is free of the rubble and cannot be moved. Take the ring. Carry the woman out. The woman
Is a slight frame and carrying her proves easier, freeing her from Oracle. Retreat to the exit. This cloud's vision makes it difficult to read, but you stagger onward. Lets you come to the door, rushing out of the blaze into the mountain air.
Katie, thank the gods you saved her.
You're right. I was sure that that thing was coming down and taking you with it. The man wipes his brow and stares up at the collapsing house. At least you got Katie out. When you did, as for poor Lidgolder, his eyes widen. He looks bad. He looks away, shaking his head. You look like you could use a drink. Take this over to Halftrix and have one on me. Wait, let's see something here. First I'll save. Let's see. Let's see. Can I ever see auto save it? Let's see. Let's see, this was 2 minutes. 6 minutes. Oh, that's before that fight with them. Do I want to try? Do I have anyone that could have worked on? Do I have anyone that actually could have done that? Do I have anything that would have worked for that? I think he has Chill Fog, right? Yeah, he does have Chill Fog. I don't think he has the other stats, though, to... Yeah, I don't think he has anything else that could be useful there, though. It doesn't look like it. Like, I don't think that would work. Yeah, I don't see any way I probably could have saved him. So it's, you know, as I look at it, I don't think I could have. I could have sent, like, Olaf in, but he would have been screwed because he doesn't have any. Although I guess I do have that burn-proof stuff that was on. I do have that burn-proof stuff that was on. That was on Durance. I wonder if that would work if I sent Durance in there. It's like immune to flame.
Yes.
Oh well. Can't save everybody. Where's I going? Let's see. Let's see here.
Let's see. Actually, I might have been able to do this with. What is his? He doesn't have enough survival, I don't think. Do I have any scrolls that would help with that? Let's check. +3 survival. Okay, that might have made it doable for him. Yeah, we might be able to do that. Alright, let's try and save both of them. I think I quick saved before that last fight, right? Yeah, I think so. Oh well, that's fine. I should be able to get through that fight again easy. It wasn't that hard. And then I should be able to save them. I just need to make sure that I put that stuff on Kana and send him in, because he has the, I think he has Winter Winds
Following
thing.
your lead.
Or not that, but the Rime of Frost, rather. Actually, I should probably check. Oh, maybe not. Well, he does have Chill Fog. Survival is quite bad, though. His dexterity might be good enough, though. Alright, I think I can probably pull off.
Wish.
My mind feels
Settle!
Kill them all!
That's it!
We need help! This way!
Stand back! Reinforcements are here! Settle! Run! They'll kill us all!
Double Chanter.
Settle!
Wait, how is the Chanter not there?
Settle!
What is it? No prisoners! Ray. Following your lead.
I need to make sure that I put that scroll on him. Or not him, but there we go. That should be fine for now. Okay. And then, yeah.
As you say. Brave Dalfilathili.
How may I help? Yes?
Okay, let's do this. Let's blind him.
These ones are in for a walloping!
Sacre Fou!
These ones are in for a walloping! I shall deal with this one. These ones are in for a...
Come on, die. Thank you.
That's it!
Brave thou Philosophy. Darcier's fallen. Back to the matron now.
Okay. Yep. The person wants to talk to me. Yep.
Katie's house is burning.
Okay. Now we have to make sure that. Okay, what is this last? +3 survival for. Okay. Alright,
Hurry,
well,
they're both in there.
What is it?
Help! The hut's coming down.
continue. Alright, all off, you're up. Continue forward. Okay. Run past. Examine the left. Show fog. Help the other woman. Keep trying. Carry the woman out. Retreat to the exit. Sooner woman collapses, darkness descends. Having dragged all to safety.
Lurgle thank the gods, he's alive.
Wait. Aw, it didn't. Dang. It's. This is just before, because I quick saved just before. There's gotta be something I can do here. If he had one more survival, I think he'd been fine. Wait. +3 in survival. He's just a touch more in survival. Yes, I get it. You're dying in there. Let's see. Does anyone else have anything that applies to survival or anything? Enchanter effect. Intellect. Perception. Wait, does she have... She doesn't have any of that, does she? Look at this, I don't see anything that gives survival. it's all like deflection and stuff. Well, that's unfortunate. Because I don't think I have anything else that can help with that. As try as I might, I don't really see anything. Extra might. Do I have anything that could boost his dexterity anymore? Does this pie work? Actually, I could probably do... Okay, what if I did this and gave him... dexterity on that? Bump it to 18, right? Alright, we'll try again.
Yes.
All off. Continue forward. Run past. Jump log. Stumbles, falls again. Yeah, you have to have survival 5. If you don't have survival 5 and a spell like that, you're kind of out of luck. I know I had points to spend, but I don't think I can do that unless I'm specifically like in the level up menu. But I will take a look real quick, because I could probably just level him a couple times into that, but I think I need extra points. Yeah, I don't have anything for that, do I? Do I have any spells for this? Any spells at all? Minor Arcane Reflection. Yeah, I don't think I do. And I don't have the rhymes for him. Rhyme and Frost is the one I think I need. Yeah. Dang. Because I don't know if she has Winter Wind or not. Yeah, she doesn't. Yeah, there's nothing that gives survival other than that. Guess not. Alright, let's make sure. Let's look at all of our gear. Might. Okay. Nothing there. Okay. Deflection. What does overseeing do? Ability. Okay, it's an area of effect thing. Perception. So that adds stealth and that. Alright, some things are not listed though. It's weird. That is unfortunate. There's scrolls. Do I have any scrolls? Like anything at all? I can like make like a scroll of like chill wind or something like that? Can I make like a... no, it should only be like a level 1 or 2 spell. Tanglefoot, Nature's Mask, Defense, Burst of Flame. That's weird. So there's no scroll for... Well, that's unfortunate. Wait, can he craft different things? No, it's all the same. Guess it is what it is. I hate being pigeonholed like this.
What is it?
I'll just go in myself, crouch with the flames, prop up a beam, try to lift the rubble off of her, keep trying, carry the woman out, retreat to the exit.
At least it's not Gilded Veil.
Well, I managed to save her, I guess. I guess that's something.
Of course.
Who do I need to talk to? Okay, I need to talk to her. Okay, this is her house. You see a middle-aged woman and a younger man locked in an argument. Both wear clothes streaked with blood and dirt. The young man turns to the woman, a fresh cut visible below his eye.
They've destroyed the stockade, Mother! It's...
Enough. They're gone. The deliverer of Cadnua. Thank you for making the journey. Abidan knows it's a long one. Well, I'm sure you wagered on a more civilized welcome. Still, we're much obliged for your capable intervention.
Pulls a knife from his belt and an apple from his pocket. It's a job that needs doing. That's what I'm here for.
Then far be it from me to waste your time with idle chatter. Stalwart isn't much more than a grease stain on a map. What roads we've got in the White March are basically tracks in the snow. And for every trader or adventurer that comes through, 3 of our own leave for good. But it weren't always so. There was a time when kings and queens sent their firstborn to these mountains, when the White March was the envy of empires.
How the mighty have fallen. What an era that must have been.
The Pargrin dwarves transformed the White March once. We could bring some of that greatness back to Stalwart. But we need the White Forge.
Never heard of it.
Of course. Been over 200 years since anyone's felt so much as a summery breeze near it. I'm hoping you can do something about that.
How so?
We've been trying to breach Durgan's battery for over a year now. Problem is, the other expeditions can't so much as dent the front door.
Okay, that's why you need my
That's
help?
the long and short of it. We're laborers and fisherfolk, not adventurers. But Durgan Steel could put Stalwart on the map again. Open up the mines, bring in new business. We just need the White Forge.
What makes that steel so special?
Because you can shave stone with it, cleave cast iron in two, and the stuff's as rare as it is remarkable.
If you had a suit of armor made out of it, bet people would get tired of trying to stab you after a while and just give up.
If we could make something even half as good, we'd have a market at our doorstep and work enough for all of Stalwart.
Alright, any ideas
The
where I should
battery's
begin?
up the mountain to the north, a good hike away.
Near Galvino's place, huh?
So it is. Though I was going to suggest dealing with that ogre camp before anything.
Yeah, tell me about that.
Belongs to Flames That Whisper. Matron Baragon's clan. Hunters tell me they've been active of late.
Hunting elk and otherwise minding their own damn business.
Minding their own business. Never mind the latest expedition's disappearance, or the broken stockade.
I'm saying we shouldn't agitate them further.
You want me to kill some ogres, just say so.
Can't speak for my son, but I'd be most obliged. Also, Baragons like to have whatever the last expedition found. Rumor has it they disappeared near her turf.
Killing a matron will only make our problems worse. The way to approach Baragon is with your hands held high.
If anyone could parley with an ogre, I suppose it'd be you. But they aren't known for their patience with prattle.
Who's Galvino?
Mestre Galvino, as the old crosspatch prefers it. Lives by himself and keeps the wilder and beasts at bay through sheer foulness of his temper.
She means to say he's a skilled smith and animancer, who's lived in the shadow of Durgan's battery for over a decade.
And by animancy flimsy standards, that makes him an expert, does it? All folds his arms.
And he butters his bread on both sides and fits his left shoe before his right. But that's neither here nor there.
Did he do something to piss you off?
Me and the rest of the town. He knows better than to linger at our gates.
What happened with him?
Old lunatic finally went too far. And we sent word to the Valiant Academies. I don't like speaking on it, but if you want to get his guff, just remind him that we gave him the boot.
I see.
Ain't nobody here fond of the man, but he's a clever hand and a quick study. It's a fool who thinks he stayed so close to the battery without figuring something about it.
You said as much to the last party, and we haven't seen hide nor hair of him since. Maybe they didn't run afoul of Baragon's ogres after all. Just watch your step. Galvino's place is a ways east of the battery, and folk who pass it bring unsettling tales.
Got it.
Good. Before you leave town, stop by the Grave's Rest. Most visitors to Stalwart spend some time there, so Hafric and his patrons may be able to give you the lay of the land.
Don't know about you, but I'm parched all of a sudden. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. We can do that.
Don't see the harm. Building's thirsty work.
If it's okay, I'm gonna wait by that fire there while you do that thing with the battery.
Alright, I think this is a decent place to stop here. Alright, we will be back at it tomorrow for the rest of, probably the rest of White March. Well, hopefully, depends on how long it is. Anyway, thanks everybody for dropping by. It's been fun, and I will see you all tomorrow.